Albie Casino finally reveals why he never sued Andi Eigenmann. Albie Casino has had a bad reputation for years after being rumored to Andi Eigenmann's father, daughter of Andi Eigenmann. After years of speculations, the issue has finally died down as Max Eigenmann comes to his defense and revealed the truth. "Medio relieved" is like a super understatement. "I was super relieved," laughs, "not medio relieved. I first found out when I was asleep. Someone woke me up and said, 'Hey, I got good news for you. Check this out.' She showed me, I think it was Fashion Plus on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter account, so I don't know. I read it lang and then I went back to sleep. I like to sleep," Albie shared during a BlogCon for Regal Films. The escort held on Valencia Events Place in QC last October 20. Albie admitted how happy he was upon having his name cleared, especially know that he can finally give his mom some peace of mind. "She was just so happy. Because we all knew it, diba? That's why everyone's asking me, how do you feel now that the truth is out? I knew this. It's not new to me. I already knew it." She was super happy about it, Albie shared. The 23-year-old actor also shared what her mom Rena have went through due to the issue. "I never really understood how much that ordeal affected her until I think it was a Pep article she did. Only when I read that did I realize how much it affected her. Because for me, when that issue came out, I brushed it off. I'm very good at shoving bad experiences out. I try to not let it affect me. But then I realized that eventually that's going to come up and that's going to do more damage to you." On the talk about how the ordeal changed him and his perception on life, he said, "I learned those lessons a while back when it all hit the fan. Just listen to your parents. They know what's best for you when it comes to girls. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Just stuff like that. Lessons I learned from the revelation like nothing, naming. I don't think you can learn anything from that." With the years Albie was forced to endure being perceived as an irresponsible father, many wondered why he never pursued filing any legal case against Andi Eigenmann. "Haha, but Paul Young processo, eh? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just so happy to be done with it now. I don't have to see them. I don't have to think about them. I don't have to worry about them. My name's not associated with them anymore, diba? I think that was the worst thing for me, is when people heard my name they'd say, 'Oh yeah, he's the dad of the kid.' You know what I mean? Pero now no one thinks that anymore. I hope no one thinks that anymore. I'm happy that people can talk about the issue and not talk about me anymore. I don't give a bleep, sorry," laughs, Albie revealed. Although despite his name being cleared, Albie admitted that he didn't want to just easily burn bridges with Andi. "Okay, real talk? I just wanted to be civil with her. Of course I was never sure. I asked for a DNA test. I didn't get a DNA test. But I had a feeling it wasn't my baby. I was never sure. So I just wanted to be nice. I'm just a nice guy in general. I wanted to build a good relationship just in case, like just a plan B, like just in case it was actually my kid. So we would be on good terms and stuff. Everyone was asking me about looks, so Dugo. Like, I never had any of that. None of that. But like, now I don't have to worry about that. It's not my kid. Career is doing well. I don't think anyone can win in that situation. Like, there's no winner there, diba? It's just whatever happens now, bahala na sila done." Invite you to watch the video. Look, OFW slapped and abused by her employers when she refused to work overtime. Find out the whole story here. A female overseas Filipino worker, OFW, in Saudi Arabia was slapped violently several times by her employers at MML Recruitment Services when she refused to work 10 hours for her employer's friend. Daisy B. Baldonado revealed that the violent incident was not the first time she experienced abuse from her employer. She is earning only 1,200 straight-ins a month, which is almost 15,500 Philippine pesos, from MML Recruitment Services. A concerned netizen posted Baldonado's photos and a video on Facebook showing the bruise on her eye that she got from the slapping to expose the employer's wrongdoings. Many are sympathizing on social media over the brutal experience of Baldonado, and some even commented about how MML Recruitment Services is infamous for molesting and abusing maids. The person who shared Baldonado's story calls for the help of her fellow Filipinos and OFWs to spread the word about agencies like MML, who abuse their workers, so that they might pay for their crimes. Invite you to watch the video. Breaking news: bodies of plane crash victims Robles and Estabillo finally recovered. Paula Bianca Robles and John Estabillo were aboard a Cessna C-172 trainer plane on Friday when it went crashing into the sea near the coast of Ilocos Sur. The plane plunged into the Santiago Cove after tripping on Vitales Villas Resort zipline. Pilot instructor Estabillo, 21, was from Parañaque while Robles, 25, was from Quezon City. The plane crashed at 3:30 p.m. on the 21st of October 21, Friday, and was immediately found moments after the crash. The bodies of Estabillo and Robles were found on the 22nd of October, Saturday morning, after rescuers decided to call off the search and rescue operations on Friday night due to choppy waters and the oncoming darkness. The crash plane, owned by Leading Edge International Aviation, was headed for San Fernando, Pampanga, and was expected to arrive at 4:24 p.m. Invite you to watch the video. U.S.-based publication reports that PH shift to China is a disaster. Duterte is transforming the Philippines in a worrying manner. President Rodrigo Duterte's statement of severing alliances with global superpower United States of America is a potential disaster, according to international publication Foreign Policy. The Philippines has seen a vertigo-inducing change in its foreign policy orientation since Rodrigo Duterte became president this summer. This crude populist is now transforming the Philippines' relationship with the United States in a fundamental and worrying manner. With this decision, the U.S. will find it more difficult to counter China's moves on the West Philippine Sea, which has been a top priority for the global superpower ever since the Cold War. China will then be able to either neutralize the Philippines or turn it into a navy base for menacing U.S. allies such as Taiwan, Japan and Australia. At the very least, the U.S. Navy will find it much harder to protect the most important sea lanes in the world, it said, adding that $5.3 trillion in goods passes through the South China Sea, $1.2 trillion of which is U.S. trade. For this publication, the shift of foreign policy doesn't even make sense at a time like this, especially when China has been aggressive towards territorial disputes against the Philippines. What does the shift in foreign policy mean for the country? There will be major economic implications affecting major trade partners, investments, and the BPO industry. It has also created unnecessary uncertainty towards both parties, but especially on the side of the U.S. representatives who are here in the country. Invite you to watch the video. Woman says Trump sexually assaulted her, offered her $10,000 for sex. Adult film star Jessica Drake on Saturday became the 12th woman in recent weeks to allege that Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump sexually mistreated her. Drake said she met Trump at a golf tournament in 2006 in Lake Tahoe, California, where he invited her to come to his hotel suite at the end of the day. She didn't feel comfortable going alone, she said, so she invited two female friends to go with her. When we entered the room, Trump grabbed each of us tightly in a hug and kissed each one of us without asking permission, Drake said, speaking at a press conference in Los Angeles alongside lawyer and women's rights advocate Gloria Allred. He was wearing pajamas, she said, and added that there was a bodyguard in the room. He asked me about being an adult film star, details about shooting porn, and asked about our personal relationships and whether we were married or single. After I returned to my room, I received a call from a man calling on Donald's behalf. He said Donald wanted me to come back upstairs to Donald's suite, and I indicated I did not wish to return. Then Donald called. He asked me to return to his suite and have dinner with him, and he also invited me to a party, she said. When she declined his invitation, Drake said Trump asked her, "What do you want? How much?" I told him that I couldn't because I had to return to L.A. for work, she continued. After that I received another call from either Donald or a male calling on his behalf, offering me $10,000. I declined again, and once more gave as an excuse that I had to return to Los Angeles for work. I was then told Mr. Trump would allow me the use of his private jet, if only I accepted his invitation. Drake is the 12th woman to come forward this month alleging that Trump sexually mistreated her, and the third person to seek Alred's help in telling her story to the public. During the press conference, Alred held up a photo of Drake and Trump that was taken during the 2006 golf tournament, and hinted that more women may come forward with allegations against Trump in the future. Collectively, his words and his actions are a huge testament to his character, Drake said. That of uncontrollable misogyny, entitlement and being a sexual assault apologist. This is not acceptable behavior for anyone, much less a presidential candidate. Trump has denied each and every one of the women's allegations, which span decades. On Saturday, the Republican nominee promised to sue his accusers after the presidential election is over. Every woman lead when they came forward to hurt my campaign, Trump said during a speech in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Total fabrication. The events never happened. Never. All of these liars will be sued after the election is over. In her introductory remarks, Alred responded to Trump's threat with a threat of her own, saying, "Be careful what you wish for, Mr. Trump. If you sue the accuser, the lawyers who represent these women will have the opportunity to depose you under oath, and you may find that the questions include all of the women with whom you have had sexual interactions." The Trump campaign issued a statement shortly after Drake's press conference, calling the allegations false and ridiculous. The picture is one of thousands taken out of respect for people asking to have their picture taken with Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump does not know this person, does not remember this person and would have no interest in ever knowing her, the campaign said, adding that Drake's announcement was just another example of the Clinton campaign trying to rig the election. Like many of the women before her, Drake said her decision was sparked by watching a 2005 video of Trump bragging about getting away with assaulting women because of his celebrity status. The video, first reported by The Washington Post, sent Trump's presidential campaign into a tailspin and has since driven his support among women to historically low numbers. Editor's note: Donald Trump regularly incites political violence and is a serial liar, rampant xenophobe, racist, misogynist and birther who has repeatedly pledged to ban all Muslims, 1.6 billion members of an entire religion, from entering the U.S. Thank you for watching videos. You remember the likes and comments below. Thanks.